Hey guys, so I'm back. It's been 2 months officially. Yay! I'm getting so much progress that I think it's finally time that I show you each individual dread because they don't all look the same anymore. um, so yeah, I'm getting so many loops and bumps and it's crazy. It's getting really thick, like right in this portion, and then like really kind of scraggly down here. Just because everything's really starting to get sucked up and everything's kind of forming in here, as you can see. So I'm kind of waiting on the shrinkage. At this point, I kind of want it to shrink. I don't really like the middle phase that it's at, where it's like really thick in here and then really like ratty down in here, especially on this side. I think because I sleep on this side mainly. So yeah, I don't really like the awkward phase that it's in right now. I would rather it just go ahead and shrink the rest of the way. But hopefully it'll happen soon. So yeah, so let's get started. Let's see. I guess we will just start at this side, this top. Okay. This one I actually took out like a month ago because I'm weird. So it looks a little bit different than all the others. This one has had kind of a lot of loose hair, so I've just been wrapping it around. I don't know if it really does anything. Usually just comes unwrapped. A lot of them seem to be getting very, very tight, like right in here. I left about 2 inches when I first did them, and they're really tightening up to the scalp now. I have one that's tightening so much I don't know what to do. So yeah. Gotta keep track of which ones I've shown you somehow. So yeah, they're getting really tied up in here. This is the one that I'm having trouble with. I managed to loosen it a little bit, but it was going to the scalp a lot. And it was really painful in here because it got so tight. It's also incredibly tight up here. I washed it with some like really moisturizing shampoo that I tried on one other dread, and it really loosened up the other dread. And I tried it on this one to try and loosen up the root. It did not phase it. So, I don't know. Guess I'll just have to live with it. Let's see. The front ones, if you haven't seen my other videos, the front ones are a couple weeks younger than the back ones, so they're a little less mature. Those ones are actually a month. I'm sorry, 2 months. And the back ones are 2.5 months. And you can really see the difference in the back ones. They're a lot more mature. This one is crazy because it was like, you know, probably one of the last ones I did. And it's already got so much progress. It's really tight up in here. And got a big chunk. This one I did a little experiment on. It looked a lot like this one, only it was actually a little bit fatter. And I did like a sleeve wrap around it, and I only left it for the night, and that's how much it compressed it. And I really don't honestly know if that's good or bad for it. That's why I only did it on this one, and I did it on another one back here. I'll show you later. I don't really know if it's bad for it or good for it or what. So I'm not doing it on any others. I was just kind of experimenting on these two to see what it does, but it's crazy how much tighter it feels and more compressed than this one. So we'll see how those ones end up. Crazy zigzags where like half of the hair got sucked in. That's how these were. These were pretty long. They were like, I think as long as these. So as you can see, a lot of them are getting progress up here and then nothing really down here, which is kind of what I don't really like, but I know it's part of the process and I'm having fun on the journey. So. This one is crazy. These little tiny loops. This one is extremely tied up here. This one is my biggest dread and my favorite. I love the wild loops. This one's pretty cool. I love the process that they go through. It's cool to see them kind of grow up like a kid. Yeah, so it's cool to see that they're tightening up at the top. It gives me a feel for what they're gonna be like when they're mature. This one's like really compact. This is another big one, and it's really maturing up here. It's pretty cool. And I love all the loops. Oh my goodness. So much craziness on this one. I love it. Oh, that one's from over there. What am I doing here? Okay, here we go. All the loopies. They're starting to look a little less braidy. They still kind of look braidy at the bottom, but not as much, which is cool. I have like a patch of loose hair down here that doesn't really know what to do, so I'm just leaving it alone. I only counted at the beginning and I think there were 56. Um, but I haven't counted recently. This one, I think I twist and ripped it so tight that it's not really doing a whole lot. I don't know, maybe it'll just tighten like that. I have no idea. It's gonna be hard to show you some of the back ones because they're like shrinking a lot. Okay, I'll try and turn. Hopefully you can see it. These are the ones that you can tell kind of a big difference. Because they're kind of starting to round out a little more instead of being like, these kind of loops. They're starting to compact, which is awesome. I'll see if I can show you. I have one neglect dread of just loose hair. It's pretty tight. It's cool. This one's really tight at the top. I will try to show you. Woo. Hopefully you can see all these. Okay. I think I can do the other side now. Hopefully. Can't see it as much as the other side because the sun. Hold on, let me move. Okay, I moved slightly, so hopefully we can see these ones better. That one's kind of crazy. Whole bunch of loops. Goodness. Sounds pretty crazy. Ah, I love that one. It's a wild one. Lots of progress. Holy cow. This is the other one that I think, yeah, yeah. This is the other one that I wrapped with the sleeve wrap. And it was pretty, you know, it had a pretty big lump on it. So it compressed it a lot, which is cool. Let's see if we can get to these others. I've had a huge issue in this area with just the hairs getting annoyed and sore, and I've changed around the dreads a bunch, which I shouldn't have done, but I did. So a few of these dreads really aren't that old. I think this one's only like a month old, which is why there's not as much progress. And this is only, you know, maybe a month old. This one I actually had 2 baby dreads and I congoed them because they were so little. They were like that. Which I don't know if I should have done or not, but I don't know. Sometimes I get obsessive about one little area. So, these ones are crazy. Did that one. This one's wild. I love this one. And this one's like really loose at the end. See, there's like no twist and rip, no nothing. But oh well, it'll get there. Yeah, so I think that's all. Hopefully I got all of them. So yeah, I've mainly just been doing the baking soda wash and apple cider vinegar rinse. Works pretty well. I've tried other things and man, it seems to really loosen everything up. So I think I'm probably going to stick with the baking soda and apple cider vinegar at least until they're more mature. And then I'll probably switch to something else because I don't really like the whole baking soda and apple cider vinegar thing as like a permanent thing just because it's kind of a pain to mix everything up all the time and so I'd rather just have like a shampoo that I could use, like water it down maybe or something. But other than that, the only other thing I put on my hair is either a rosemary and water spray, and I just do that on the scalp. That's good for itchies or whatever. And the other thing I do is a lavender oil in water, and some aloe. And I actually make aloe from my aloe vera plant, but you could buy aloe vera gel probably anywhere. You do have to be careful. A lot of cheap brands will put a lot of chemicals into it. You don't want that on your dreads. If you have an aloe plant, that's the best. And it works really good. I actually don't have to use it nearly as much. At first, I was using a lavender oil and just water, and I had to spray it on almost every day to keep things moisturized. And with the aloe, I only spray it on every few days or after a wash or whatever. I just do it when it really needs it. And that works really well. I love it. And I love that it's natural and that I know every ingredient that's going into it. So I think the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the computer in another room where I can stand up and show you a whole panoramic view of everything. They shrunk probably a couple inches already. I'm kind of nervous and excited about the shrinkage. I really don't want short hair, but at the same time, I'm kind of not too pleased with this phase. I don't really like it being really thick in here and then really kind of scraggly down here. I know it's all part of the journey though, so I'm sticking to it. But yeah, I kind of want it to just go ahead and shrink. I'm like scared, but I'm ready. But it's really shrinking fast. It's already shrunk, like I said, at least a couple inches. So yeah, so I'll go into the other room so I can stand up and show you. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show you just like a panoramic view of everything. So yeah, those are the dreadlings. So yeah, if you guys have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section or email me. You can also visit me on Instagram. I'll leave all that info down below. And please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Bye!